Quad, Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. It is a grouping of four countries: India, Japan, Australia, and the USA. This video is best suited for the SSB point of view. So, it all began in December 2004 when a terrible underwater earthquake in the Indian Ocean occurred, which was measuring 9.1 to 9.3 on the Richter scale, and it had the epicenter near Indonesia. It terribly affected a large crowd, and it affected India, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Indonesia, Thailand, and some also part of the African countries like South Africa, etc. People killed, injured, and lost in the tsunami. Then, on December 29th, US President George Bush announced the coalition setup of India, Japan, Australia, and the USA for the rescue and rehabilitation of the people affected by the tsunami. Indian Defense Forces, troops, Navy ships, helicopters conducted operation to help the people affected by the tsunami, and then the Quad Foundation happened. Formally on December 2006, Dr. Manmohan Singh officially visited Japan, and Japanese PM Shinzo Abe addressed the Quad grouping as the Arc of Freedom and Prosperity. Then a joint statement issued. Many geopolitical experts addressed this grouping as the counter against China's growing influence, but it was never openly admitted by any country. The first meeting of Quad was on May 2007 when Australian PM John Howard, Indian PM Manmohan Singh, Japanese PM Shinzo Abe, and US Vice President Dick Cheney met in an informal meeting in Philippines on the sidelines of ASEAN Regional Forum. Then on September 2007, a naval exercise was conducted in the Indian Ocean, and it was named as Malabar Exercise, which was conducted among the Quad members, which was totally opposed by China and addressed it as the ASEAN NATO and protested against it. Then, very soon, Quad crumbled because of the protest by China. Then, due to the personal health, Shinzo Abe resigned as the PM of Japan, and on December 2007, Australia backed off the Quad grouping. The reason they gave? Australia thought it didn't suit their strategic interest. Many geopolitical experts believed that US wanted Australia to back off so that it can also take its hand off the Quad, as US wanted the support of China in the UNSC for declaring sanctions in Iran. Then after a decade later, Quad 2.0 started. US President Donald Trump, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, all four leaders met in the Philippines again during the ASEAN Summit. It was a officer level meet. Then on November 2020, all four countries conducted a naval exercise in the Indian Ocean. Again China objected it, and they again claimed it as ASEAN NATO. Then on March 2021, first Quad summit occurred. It was the first leader level meet. Of course, it was a virtual meet. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison, and US President Joe Biden met. And on September 2021, first in-person Quad meeting occurred. Foreign ministers of the Quad met 3 times between 2019 and 2021. It was a landmark summit. Agenda was development. Example: Wuhan virus vaccination, cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, climate change, and the technology on chain management. Now let's jump to the current events. In 2023, third in-person Quad summit occurred. It was happened on 28th May 2023 in Hiroshima, Japan. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, and President Joe Biden, they all met once again. They released the Quad leaders' vision statement, enduring partners for the Indo-Pacific. Agenda was clean energy supply chain initiative, Quad infrastructure, etc. Let's talk about what is there for India in Quad. It can ensure a permanent seat in the UNSC. Number 2, it can upgrade its defense manufacturer technology. Number 3, it can really help in the blue economy. Number 4, economic cooperation. And number 5, it will shape the changing world order.